In this video, we will be discussing how mechanical engineering can impact urban sustainability. First off, let's define what mechanical engineering is. Google defines mechanical engineering as the branch of engineering dealing with the design, construction, and use of machines. Well, that's a very boring and very broad definition. We should try and look at a more specific definition to get a better idea. Our new definition of mechanical engineering will be focused on the type of work mechanical engineers can be doing. Some examples include working in the aerospace industry, working on power generation, robotics, nanotechnology, and manufacturing. That gives us a bigger picture to work with when we're trying to consider urban sustainability and mechanical engineering and their overlaps. And no, mechanical engineers are not just mechanics. Okay, now let's keep what we said before in mind, and now let's define urban sustainability. Urban sustainability is essentially the idea that a city can run and sustain itself independently of the resources outside of the city, say in the countryside. Some modern examples of urban sustainability include solar panels, electric-powered cars, geothermal heating, high-efficiency appliances, and we see that there's a trend of electric power coming from green power sources. If you wanted to consider a very idealized city where mechanical engineering and urban sustainability went hand in hand, you might think that it's very far-fetched or very far in the future, as if it's not going to come for a very long time. But what if I told you there's actually a city in Dubai called Sustainability City, where it really shows off how far we've come with our technology. A National Geographic article published in October 2017 by Susan Goldberg shows off exactly what sustainability has to offer and what technology it employs. As described in Ms. Goldberg's article, each villa is equipped with solar panels, and the buildings are oriented to shade each other during different parts of the day, thus limiting direct sunlight exposure, which allows the villas to use smaller air conditioning units, and also reduces their carbon footprint. Unlike Sustainability City, many modern cities like Edmonton or even places like New York with larger populations didn't really take into account urban sustainability at all. Because back when these cities were being originally built, this didn't have to be considered. It's the duty of the mechanical engineer to design and plan the future of new cities and also revamp and reinvent current cities into a more sustainable, greener city. Now, I'd like to consider two more case studies, one involving power generation and power storage, and the other involving food production in urban areas. So in southern Australia, the government wants to take on the rather ambitious idea of building the largest solar thermal power plant in the world. It will also be the home to the largest lithium-ion battery in the world. The project will have a power capacity of 100 megawatts and can store up to 129 megawatt hours of electricity. That's almost enough power to charge 1.3 million Samsung S4s. A solar thermal power plant has many solar arrays collecting and storing electricity during the day and is also using a metallic dish to heat salt in the center tower of the plant. The salt becomes molten and can stay molten for many hours, so the heat stored by the salt can eventually be utilized to turn into electrical power. The mechanical engineer is needed for the design, construction, and management of the plant. More specifically, the mechanical engineer needs to design solar panels used for optimal light collection, and to make pivots on which the solar panels will rotate about to follow the sun. For the thermal component of the power plant, the engineer must know how salts behave when heated to maximize power output during the nighttime hours. Clearly, this is a very basic overview of what mechanical engineers would be doing when designing a power plant. Obviously, there will be other engineers on site helping to design the plant. Civil engineers will be dealing with the structural side of things, making sure everything is structurally safe. Chemical engineers will also be on site to ensure that the data processing is all working and running smoothly. And also very importantly, electrical engineers will be on site to make sure power is being processed properly as well. Finally, I'd like to discuss food production in city centers. Aero Farms is a company pursuing a world where acres of land is not required for large crop yields. Utilizing vertical farming and aeroponics, they say that there are faster harvest cycles, predictable crop yields, and there is less environmental impact. Aero Farms says that their methods can save 95% of the fresh water that would have been used in an old-fashioned agricultural farm. Now that is promoting sustainability. The looming mechanical engineer application here is the aeroponic system that mists the plant roots with just the right amount of water and nutrients. This would require a strong background in mechanical design and fluid dynamics. The combination of saving fresh water and illuminating crops with specific frequencies of light to save power really promotes this as a very sustainable source of food in the future. And sadly, that's all I have time for. Thanks for watching.